Ever get sucked into watching that little delivery truck icon move across the screen when you order something online?
Oh,
Like
totally.
it's mesmerizing,
It
right?
is.
Well, today we're going behind the scenes of those deliveries, taking a deep dive into the world of supply chains and how artificial intelligence is, well, kind of giving them a turbo boost.
It's pretty amazing stuff.
It is. I can't resist a good free online course.
Of course, yeah.
And one from Allison, their big name in online learning, about artificial intelligence for supply chains and logistics really grabbed my attention.
I can see why it's a hot topic.
It seems AI isn't just about self-driving cars anymore.
Right.
It's optimizing how practically everything gets from those factories to, well, our doorsteps.
And it's about time. What's fascinating is how many people don't even think about the complex dance happening behind the scenes of like every single purchase.
Yeah.
Like it really is like a well-choreographed ballet, countless decisions being made at every turn to make sure the right item arrives at the right place at the right time.
So many moving pieces, right?
Exactly. And now AI is stepping in as the choreographer, optimizing every step of the way.
Okay, so let's break this down a bit. We're talking about things like what? Making sure there's enough stock so that add to cart button doesn't lead to major disappointment.
Exactly. Yes, that's definitely a big part of it. That's what's called demand forecasting.
Okay.
Using AI to predict what customers will want and how much, even before they know it themselves.
Or about AI mind readers now.
Kind of. Imagine AI analyzing mountains of data. I'm talking past purchases, social media trends, even weather forecasts.
Wow.
All to anticipate your craving for, let's say, pumpkin spice lattes as soon as those leaves start to change color.
So instead of just reacting to what's already flying off the shelves, AI is saying, like, hold my pumpkin spice latte. I know what you're going to want next week.
Precisely. That's the beauty of it. It means companies can make sure they've got enough pumpkin spice lattes or whatever product it is in stock at the right locations, ready to meet that demand.
Right.
No more last-minute scrambling or, even worse, disappointed customers. This smarter approach to inventory management, this is where AI really excels.
Makes sense. No one wants to be the store that runs out of pumpkin spice anything these days. But it sounds like AI's role in all of this is a lot bigger than just, like, preventing seasonal shortages, right?
Absolutely. It goes way beyond that. This isn't just about efficiency, though that's a big part. It's about making those supply chains more resilient, adaptable, especially in the face of disruptions.
Right, which seems like it happens all the time these days.
All the time. Remember that ship that got stuck in the Suez Canal a while back?
Oh, yeah.
Causing those massive delays?
Yeah. I'm still waiting on things from that, actually.
Exactly. See, those kinds of unexpected events can really mess things up, wreak havoc on those traditional supply chains. But AI can help anticipate those kinds of things and mitigate those disruptions.
Oh,
Imagine if that ship had been part of an AI-powered system.
okay, yeah.
The AI constantly analyzing data, like weather patterns, ship traffic, even political instability. It might have been able to flag a potential for blockage ahead of time
No way.
and recommended alternate routes.
Okay, now that's what I'm talking about. No more waiting on hold with customer service, wondering where my order is. This AI is like a logistics superhero.
It's getting there. Think about it. We've gone from basic warehouse robots following pre-programmed instructions,
Those things still kind of creep me out a little bit.
right, to sophisticated AI systems that can analyze massive data sets, learn from past experience, and actually make predictions about the future.
So instead of just, like, following a script, these AI systems are writing their own playbooks based on what? Real-time information.
Exactly. And the course even uses this really cool term. It's called predictive analytics, which basically means using data to anticipate those future trends and make those proactive decisions.
Okay, I'm hooked.
Yeah.
But how does this predictive analytics actually work in practice? So this Allison course, the one we keep talking about, does it actually dive into real-world example?
It does.
Like how companies are using this AI to, manage their supply chains? Because I'm dying to know what this looks like in action.
Yeah. No, it does. The course description, it mentions real-world case studies,
Okay,
which is always cool to see.
for sure.
But even, just the terminology, it uses hints at some really, really cool applications.
Okay.
Like, have you ever heard of dynamic safety stock management?
Dynamic safety stuff. Honestly, that sounds like a made-up superpower.
Right.
Like from a comic book.
It does. It totally does. But it's actually a really great example of AI at work. Imagine this. A big winter storm is brewing, right?
Okay.
And all of a sudden, everyone realizes, oh my gosh, I need a snow shovel.
Yeah, they always forget until the last minute.
Always. In the past, a company might have had like a set amount of snow shovels, held in reserve just in case.
Right, right. Just in case.
But with this dynamic safety stock, AI analyzes real-time data, weather forecasts, what people are saying on social media, even just like online search trends,
Wow.
to anticipate that surge in demand for, in this case, snow shovels.
So instead of just hoping they have enough snow shovels, they know because the AI is basically, what, predicting the future.
Exactly. It's about having the right amount of inventory in the right place at the right time without overstocking and tying up all those resources.
Makes sense.
And then there's this whole other world of intelligent transportation management systems, or I-TMS for short.
I-TMS, okay, that sounds even more intense.
Yeah.
Are we talking self-driving delivery trucks now?
It's getting close. I-TMS is all about optimizing delivery routes,
Uh,
taking into account things like traffic patterns, weather conditions, even fuel prices,
oh, well.
to find the absolute most efficient, cost-effective way to get those snow shovels
Or whatever.
or whatever it is from point A to point B.
Yeah.
It's basically like having a super-powered logistics manager who never sleeps,
Right.
constantly crunching data, making those real-time announcements, making sure those deliveries arrive on time.
Okay, I'm picturing like this giant digital map with these little trucks like zipping around rerouting themselves to avoid like traffic jams, like something out of a movie.
It's pretty close. And what's really key here is that this AI it isn't working in isolation.
Okay.
All these different systems, we've got demand forecasting, inventory management, transportation. They're all connected. They're sharing data.
Okay.
The course emphasizes this idea of seamless integration,
Okay.
where all of these AI-powered tools, they work together as one big cohesive system.
So it's not enough to just have like AI in one part of this whole process.
Right.
You need like the whole supply chain to be on the same page, digitally speaking.
Absolutely. It's like an orchestra. You need all those instruments playing in harmony, right?
Yes.
To create that beautiful music. Otherwise, you just have a bunch of noise.
That's a great way to put it. So with all this talk about efficiency and optimization, I have to ask, what about us? What about the human element?
Right.
Are robots going to take over the entire supply chain?
That's a question I think a lot of people have.
Yeah, for sure.
It's an important one, but from what I understand, from what I gather, the goal of AI in these supply chains isn't necessarily to replace human workers altogether.
Why?
It's more about augmenting their capabilities,
Okay.
allowing them to focus on more strategic and complex tasks.
So instead of, manually tracking shipments or crunching numbers all day, people can focus on the bigger picture,
Exactly.
like building relationships with suppliers
Hmm.
or, finding creative solutions to those unexpected challenges that always seem to pop up.
Exactly. It frees up, that human capital to focus on tasks that really require creativity, critical thinking, those problem-solving skills, things that AI, at least for now, can't quite replicate.
Okay, that makes me feel a lot better. I always worry about the whole robots taking over the world scenario. Yeah. But seriously, it sounds like AI is giving us the tools to build, like smarter, more efficient, and potentially maybe even more sustainable supply chains.
That's exactly it. And that's where things get really, really interesting. If AI can optimize these existing supply chains to this degree, imagine what it could do if we designed entirely new supply chain models.
Okay, now my mind is officially blown. What does that even look like? AI design, like our future shopping experiences.
Well, think about the challenges that we're facing right now, like climate change. You've got resource scarcity, growing
Heavy
populations.
stuff.
Yeah, big, big challenges. What if we could use AI to create supply chains that are inherently more sustainable?
Okay.
Minimizing waste, reducing those transportation distances, and optimizing, that resource allocation.
So instead of just making the existing system a bit greener, we're talking about completely rethinking how those goods and services move around the world.
Exactly. Imagine a world where products are manufactured closer to where they're actually needed,
Okay.
reducing those transportation emissions, or where AI helps us shift towards more of a circular economy,
Okay.
optimizing the use of recycled materials, minimizing waste. The possibilities are, incredibly exciting
Yeah.
and honestly a little bit daunting.
Daunting for sure, but also hopeful. Like, if anyone can help us solve these massive global challenges, maybe AI can.
That's a great way to put it. It's not, a silver bullet or anything,
Yeah.
but it is a really powerful tool. It has the potential to like completely reshape our world in some really profound ways. And for anyone listening who's thinking like, hey, this whole AI in supply chains thing sounds like, a pretty sweet career move. This Allison course actually offers a certificate of completion.
Oh, that's right. And in today's job market, any edge you can get is valuable. Having that kind of credential on your resume, even from like a free online course, shows that you're proactive, you're keeping up with the latest trends, and you're ready to dive into that world of AI-powered supply chains.
Exactly. It's a great way to signal to those potential employers that you're not just along for the ride, you are in the driver's seat.
I love that analogy. So to bring it back to our listener, we've covered a lot of ground here, from AI predicting our latte cravings to potentially designing the sustainable supply chains of the future.
Right. A lot.
It is. What's one key takeaway you'd want our listener to walk away with today?
I think the biggest takeaway for me is that AI isn't just like, making our lives a little bit easier or our deliveries faster. It really has the potential to like tackle some of these huge, huge challenges, the ones that are like facing, well, the planet.
Yeah.
Who knew that supply chains could be so, I don't know, world-changing?
It's true. And it all comes back to data.
Okay.
AI's ability to analyze these huge amounts of information and find, those patterns, the ones that we might never, ever see.
Right, right.
That's what makes it so powerful.
Yeah.
But it's up to us.
As a society, as people, to decide how we actually want to use that power,
That's a really, really good point. It's like we're holding this incredibly powerful tool, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And we really need to be thoughtful, like very intentional about how we use it.
For sure.
Because if AI is going to be involved in designing the supply chains of the future,
Right.
those systems really, they need to reflect like our values, don't they?
They do.
Sustainability, fairness, accessibility, all of that.
Absolutely. We want to make sure those AI systems are designed with those goals in mind from the very beginning.
Right.
Not just focused on, just pure efficiency or profit above all else.
Right. It's almost like we need a whole new set of like ethical guidelines
Yeah.
for AI in supply chains, right?
Yeah.
Like how do we make sure these systems are fair
Right.
to everyone who's involved?
Totally.
From the workers to us, the consumers to like even the planet itself.
Yeah. That is the million-dollar question.
Right.
And it's one that, experts in all these different fields, you've got the AI folks, logistics, policy, ethics, everyone's kind of grappling with this right now. It's
Right.
really, it's a conversation that's just beginning.
Right.
And honestly, it's one that we all need to be a part of.
Well said. Well said. So for our listener out there who, like me, might be feeling a mix of awe and maybe a little bit of, wait, what does all this actually mean? What's one thing you'd want them to take away from our, deep dive today?
I'd say just stay curious.
Right.
This whole world of AI and how it's changing supply chains, it's constantly evolving.
Right. It's moving so fast.
Yeah, so fast. So, don't be afraid, just dive in.
Right.
Learn more, ask questions,
Yeah.
because this technology is going to impact every single one of us.
Yeah, it's true.
So it's important to be, informed and engaged.
Couldn't agree more. That's it for today's deep dive, everyone. We'll catch you next time for another fascinating exploration of, well, the ideas that are shaping our world. Until then, keep learning, keep questioning, and of course, keep those supply chains moving.